welcome to your very own faculty driven institute resultant. Hope you guys are fine. So guys, in today's Sunday Ka Funda video, which you have already seen in the thumbnail, we'll be talking about dampness in the wall. And you can see it at the back side here, you can see the dampness. So basically first let us talk it about that. Obviously as the arrival of monsoon is taking place, so you can see that this type of seepage and because of that dampness is very common. So the first question comes, is it a serious concern? Yes, it is. See, eventually if let us suppose over the time if this dampness percolates to a greater extent, fungi and mold can develop and it will lead to a negative impact in your health. Talking next about, you can see it here, that peeling of the paints and all is taking place. Okay, so aesthetic wise also it doesn't look good. Now talking about that, is there further bifurcations in the types of dampness? Yes, there are basically three types of dampness. Number one is your penetrating dampness, number two is your rising dampness, and number three is your condensation dampness. Penetrating dampness, here the water will percolate through the walls, which you can see it here. Basically dampness will occur through the walls. Now secondly, if I talk it about, is your rising dampness, where the water will percolate or basically the water will rise from the bottom to the top through capillary action. And number three is condensation dampness, where basically moisture in the air condenses the walls, which will lead to condensation dampness. Now just I told you quickly about these three types of dampness. Now as we can see here, this is the penetration dampness right now. So let's talk about it further. Okay, number one question comes that why does it happen? Okay, why there is a need that to study it, and the question is why does it happen? Other walls here, if you see, it's pretty normal, but here you can see that these dampness has taken place. To be precise, penetration dampness has taken place. Number one reason can be the outer wall, the wall which is exposed to the other side, maybe there wouldn't be plastering done or not any waterproofing provided. Number two reason can be the brick over the time becomes porous, okay, and if it becomes porous, it will hold the water. Water absorption will be there, and because of which the water will travel and it will lead to what? Dampness. Number three reason can be, see, when the brickwork would have been going on at the time of construction, that time during the brickwork, proper curing wouldn't have been provided, because of which the bond between the brick and mortar eventually over the time has loosened out, and right now you can see such type of penetration dampness. Fine. Now comes the question that how can you basically fix it? Okay, because obviously you won't be constructing house even ever and again, right? So you obviously need to fix it. So what you can do is remove this whole plastering, add a waterproofing course, okay, add a waterproofing material compound basically, and do the plastering again. If then also it doesn't sustain for a longer amount of time, you can basically provide chicken mesh and do the plastering. Number three, what you can do is, obviously you have done this, okay. Now if I talk it about, this is the one step which you have done is regarding the plastering thing, okay. Other reason could have been the slope of the terrace above it. As I told you, if I haven't, just let me tell you, this is the first floor of the house, so this is the first floor wall, okay. So here if you check it out, that above this, whatever terrace is there, so the slope of the terrace is provided in such a way that it might be possible that water accumulates, and because of that you are eventually seeing such type of penetration dampness. So what you can do is make sure that there is no points of stagnation on the terrace, okay. So wherever the slope is provided, there shouldn't be any stagnation point where the water gets accumulated. Number three reason which you can do as a basically solving this issue of penetration dampness is the outer side which is exposed to the atmosphere. What you can do is, there you can provide plastering and waterproofing. So because that can also be one of the reasons because of which you can see dampness here, okay. So quickly plastering it, adding waterproofing compound, checking it out that there is no stagnation point in the terrace wherever you are providing the slope. If you talk about rising dampness, okay, so if ground floor it takes place, that what you can do is provide a DPC, that is damp proofing course. Otherwise what will happen, eventually the water will rise through the capillary action, and wherever the bond is weaker between the mortar and the brick, or wherever you can say the plastering is not done properly, there you will see the dampness will be seen there first, and eventually you will see all over. Okay, so this was regarding dampness, which you have practically seen it. It might have happened to your homes as well. So I have told you the remedies. Talking about further bifurcations of penetration, rising and condensation dampness in the studio. So let's go back there. So guys, welcome back to the studio. So quickly let me tell you about the further things in detail in the studio. First, before that, as welcome you again. Don't know about me, can go through my profile and haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly do so. So guys, this was the seepage which you were seeing, basically the dampness, this type of dampness as you can see on the ground floor. Generally you see such type of dampnesses. This is known as rising dampness, which I was telling you. That time I couldn't have shown you the figure because I was standing in the first floor wall. Basically, I was standing in the first floor and I was showing you the first floor wall. Okay, so here you can see the water will rise through capillary action, and this is the wall dampness which I was talking about, penetration dampness. Okay, so this penetrating dampness, rising dampness, condensation dampness, just quickly have a look at it. When the water is seeping through the walls, it will lead to penetrating dampness. It can enter due to very reasons like, roofs, rain gutter broken or clogged. As I told you, remember that stagnation one, the slope of the terrace, that could be the reason. Bricks losing their ability over the time, eventually they become porous. Broken wicks are there, external wall breaks are there. If there is a fixtures of windows and doors, if you have dripping pipes, okay, or you have the broken or missing roof tiles. So there can be n number of causes because of which you are getting it. So you have to check it out. If your home it is happening penetrating dampness, what is the major cause for that? Okay, talking about the solutions, as I told you, if any percolating water is there, basically stagnation one, clean it. And if any damaged roof tiles is there, just replace or repair it. And basically fix the pipes. If anything is dripping out, leaking, do that. And if porous bricks are there, you can replace it with water repellent materials as well, or you can provide a coating of paint over there. Okay, now talking about is rising dampness, which we haven't seen it, but you might have definitely seen it, I'm sure. Or if you haven't, you can see it from this figure. Okay, from this image actually. So you know that the water will rise, capillary actions will be there. So definitely if you are living in a ground floor, you need to provide a damp proofing course. Okay, basically what is this damp proofing course, ma'am? Eventually you're telling it again and again, that is a waterproof layer which you have installed in the buildings. Okay, so that this dampness doesn't happen or it is reduced to a maximum extent. Okay, and what is this damp proofing course? Basically this is horizontal strip is there, and generally it is built into the wall 15 centimeter above the ground level. So you will be seeing it is made of plastic or bitumen, different materials are there. So here whatever water will be coming from the groundwater, it will minimalize it impact, or you can say it will restrain it from entering. Okay, so this is one of the thing about rising dampness. And obviously if you have these things of rising dampness, you can't do it yourself. Obviously you need a professional to do it. Provide, if you haven't provided till now, provide a damp proofing course to it. Okay, proper one, and check it out that here the proper installation has taken place or not. So for that, obviously as I told you, you need to consult an expert for it. So everything is mentioned to you. A high ground level will also be problematic. So obviously you won't provide it at a higher elevation, 15 centimeter above the ground level, that's it. If you provide it at a higher elevation, it might be possible that up to a certain extent water may percolate towards upward direction through capillary action. Okay, talking about condensation dampness, as you know, the moisture which is present in the air, they will condense the wall, resulting in condensation dampness. So when warm or moisture air that is containing water in it, okay, when it is coming in contact with a wall which is having a cold surface, so the air with the air is unable to contain the air, whatever water it is holding, it will not able to sustain it. And what will happen is water droplets, you will see it on the walls. That is what is condensation. So wherever you're not having proper ventilation, cold surfaces are there, proper heating and all is not there, central heating system there, you can see this condensation dampness as well. Now what you can do is you can provide double glazing, but yeah, that is an expensive one. Or you can use a dehumidifier. You can have windows vent so that this coldness couldn't be there. Because of that, the cold surface, when the moist air was coming in contact, it was not able to hold the moisture, and that is the reason you had this condensation dampness. Okay, then increasing the temperature, obviously when it is cold, increase the temperature, provide the heatness inside that. And you should wipe your doors and down windows and all, wherever you can see that there's a probable chances that it can affect it, so clean them. Okay, apart from that, what causes seepage? As I told you, leaks when it is happening, leakage in the bathroom fittings, water supply systems, sewerage systems, they're basically due to leakage it will happen. It may be due to any reasons, external walls, bathroom, sanitary fittings, anything. Now talking about it here, what will happen if drainage pipes are not there properly from the roof, the water is not able to drain properly, and if you have not proper window frames and all, if the dripping of water takes place, All these reasons with later or sooner will eventually lead to seepage. So it might not be an instant action, but it may develop eventually over the time. So what you can do is seal the cracks. If any cracks are there in the wall, as early as possible, seal it. Next, what you can do is, as I told you, damp proofing course, water surface treatments you can give. You can provide damp proofing systems you can provide, and you can do garnetting. Now, what is this garnetting? This is a new thing which you should know. Here, what you do is you are coating the pipes and walls with a thin concrete mixture. Okay, so whatever pipes and walls are there, you provide a layer of concrete mixture, not a big one, you can say a thick layer, but a thin layer, so that it can be waterproof. Now here you can do what, by the help of this you'll be able to reduce what, you'll be able to minimize the dampness. Now talking about next is pressure grouting. This garnetting and pressure grouting, I guess you might have heard the names at least. Pressure grouting is that you're applying cement and sand with a jet into wherever the cracks are there, wherever the fissures are there, you're applying it with a pressure. That's where the name comes, pressure grouting. Okay, so here it will not only help that walls to get prevent from dampness, but also the stronger will eventually become more stable, more stronger, and more rigid. Okay, so this is the things which you can apply, this is the things which you can do it, so that the ways you can prevent it from dampness. Okay, so I guess this video was very informative for you guys, and we'll see you in the next Sandeka Funda video. And if you want me to make video on any topic, kindly comment in the comment section. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you, everyone.